So it's producer Jemmy again, and I promised you a couple of really recent Power Mom stories that illustrate how I've flipped all of these super mom powers into building my business. Well, first of all, 9 years is a long time to try to make a business work and get above water. And it's been a roller coaster. And I promise you, the experiences that I've had in dealing with a toddler and then dealing with a 5 year old and then dealing with an elementary student, it has been a roller coaster. I mean, the pandemic was real, remote learning was real. All of that made me learn to have to pivot a lot. And that is one of the superpowers that has shown up in my business, this ability to pivot. And that leads me to my second example because it literally just happened this weekend. So I was all excited to be announcing the Power Moms Network this week. I was also excited to be celebrating the 9 year anniversary of Flint Stone Media this week. Like a lot of stuff was going on. And I was putting all of the loose ends and tying them together over the weekend. At least that was my plan. Because what happened is I woke up and it turns out my website, flintstonemedia.com, my business site, that my lifeline for me to keep this roof over my head and food in our bellies, the website got hacked and was down. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I could have completely freaked out. But instead, what did I do? I pulled from my parenting superpower, the superpower of always having a plan B or being able to come up with a plan B on the fly. How many times have you had to do that as a parent? Come with a plan B because your kid pooped themselves or they're tired or whatever, right? They're sick that weekend. You have to come up with a plan B. So my website was sick this weekend. So my plan B was I quickly filled in the Facebook page, put as much information up there as I could. And then my vanity URLs like powermomsnetwork.com, instead of pointing to the landing page at Flintstone Media, is now pointing to the Facebook page. So I filled the Facebook page up as much as I could. So I felt at least like there was a place where people could go. So that was my backup plan. And I came up with that on the fly. I capitalized on my motherhood superpower of the pivot and also coming up with a plan B. So there you go. A couple of really great stories that are examples of how your superpowers of motherhood can come into play in building anything else in your life. So thank you so much for listening to these couple of quick stories. I cannot wait to hear yours. Join us at powermomsnetwork.com.